What's up, everybody? My name's Colin from Covenant Worship, and we're so excited to roll out a week of devotionals that goes along with our album, Reside. So what does it mean to reside in God? A residence is a dwelling, a home. In Psalm 23, verse 6, King David says this, "Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." This verse is taken from the famous psalm that begins with, "The Lord is my shepherd." A shepherd moves around with the flock. They didn't always stay in one place. The locality wasn't important in this picture that David painted of his relationship with God. It was about the posture of his heart. We've all heard the common kitschy phrase, home is where the heart is. Maybe you've seen it embroidered on a towel or on a frame in someone's mantle. But there's truth to it. If you can learn to make a home in God's love, you have a safe place to find refuge, wherever you might find yourself, in locality or in any given situation. When David mentions dwelling in the house of the Lord forever, he's making an intentional choice to consistently live in a state of awareness of God's presence and importance. And creating a place for God's presence to dwell was a bit of a family business for King David. His son Solomon went on to build the Temple of Jerusalem, described in detail in 1 Kings and 2 Chronicles. The temple was built with immaculate detail and care. This speaks to the importance they placed on God's presence. And we can do the same in our lives. We can make our house God's house. With the recent pandemic and lockdowns, we've all spent a lot more time at home. More than ever, it's important that our home is a place where God's peace can reside. One of the most effective ways we can do that is through worship. It's no surprise that the etymology of the word worship is just worth plus ship. Worshiping something or someone is simply expressing what it's worth to you. Our team at Covenant has a writer's retreat each year where we write many of the songs we sing at our church. In 2019, the songs we came out of retreat with didn't feel like others we had written. We all agreed it felt like this music was leaning towards a more intimate studio project, music that's meant to be experienced not only in the house of God, but in your house. So it made sense when 2020 turned out the way it did, that this album was meant to be a toolbox to facilitate home worship. We recorded much of it at home while under quarantine, actually. When you worship God at home, you're making a choice to fill your home with the peace and love and the joy of God. You're giving God's presence a place of worth in your life, giving Him a place to dwell in your lifestyle. Songs like Reside reinforce His place of worth in our lives. Songs like Power Made Perfect remind us of the peace we have in His presence. And Sing It Louder is a powerful celebration of the way God unites us, whether as a large church family in a building or your family in your living room. Worship changes the atmosphere in your home. Take some time to worship at home today and see how it creates good vibes in your house and good virtues in your heart.